The text came 3 days before our 10th anniversary. Hey babe. Mind if we move our anniversary dinner to next weekend? Something came up at work. They're sending me to Aspen for a client retreat. Promise I'll make it up to you, red heart. At first I didn't think much of it. Lara was in marketing and her company loved their retreats. Expensive weekends at mountain resorts where half the time was spent on team bonding over cocktails and expensive hors d'oeuvres. Still it stung. 10 years together. 10 years of trying, forgiving and building. And she wanted to move it like it was an ordinary date night on a calendar she could rearrange. I typed, "Sure, no problem. Have fun." Then deleted it. Typed again. "Okay. We'll celebrate when you're back." And just like that, my wife, the woman who once planned candlelit dinners and wrote love notes on sticky pads, chose Aspen over me. The first crack in our marriage had shown up months earlier, subtle at first. Late nights at the office. Whispered phone calls that stopped when I entered the room. A new perfume she didn't wear around me. When I asked, she laughed. "Ryan, you're being paranoid. God, can't I smell nice without you thinking I'm cheating?" Her words had stung, but her tone, the defensiveness, the irritation, cut deeper. So I stayed quiet. I wanted to believe her. I needed to. But when she moved our anniversary, something inside me shifted. That Friday morning she kissed my cheek lightly. "Flight's at 10. I'll call you when I land." She looked stunning. Crisp white blouse, beige coat, a suitcase rolling behind her. Her perfume lingered in the air long after the door closed. When the sound of her car faded, I sat in silence. My coffee had gone cold. My hands wouldn't stop trembling. I opened my laptop, logged into our shared account, the one she'd forgotten I still had access to, and found her flight confirmation. Only, it wasn't to Aspen. It was to Miami. Round trip. 2 tickets. One under her name. The other, Daniel Cooper. Name I knew. Her coworker. The one she always called just a friend. I stared at the screen until my eyes blurred. My chest burned, not with anger yet but disbelief. It was one thing to suspect. Another to see it. And then something inside me went still. Cold. That night I made a silent decision. I wasn't going to confront her. Not yet. I was going to let the truth reveal itself. And when it did, I'd make sure it happened in a way she'd never forget. Saturday came. Our anniversary. I spent the morning cleaning the house, setting the table, lighting candles. Everything she used to love. I laid out her favorite dinner. Garlic shrimp pasta, the one I learned to make on our honeymoon. The house looked warm, glowing, alive, like a life we no longer had. Then I opened a bottle of wine and sat across from her empty chair. And waited. Lara texted around 7 p.m. "Dinner looks amazing, love. I'll call you tomorrow when I'm back. Promise, red heart." The photo she attached, a blurry shot of a hotel bar, showed palm trees and turquoise water through glass doors. "Aspen indeed." I replied. "You look beautiful. Wish you were here." Then, quietly, I forwarded her itinerary and the photo to myself, for what came next. On Sunday morning I drove to the airport. I parked near the arrivals gate, hands gripping the steering wheel. The flight from Miami landed at 10:45 a.m. And at 10:56 I saw her. She came out laughing, sunglasses on, hair tousled by warm wind, and Daniel right beside her. He rolled her suitcase. She reached for his hand. Then she saw me. Her steps faltered. Color drained from her face. The way she froze, it said more than any confession ever could. "Ryan," she whispered when she reached me, voice trembling. "I can explain." "I'm sure you can," I said calmly. Aspen looked beautiful this time of year. Her lips parted, but no words came. I didn't yell. Didn't cry. I just walked past her, opened the trunk and placed her suitcase inside. "Get in," I said. The drive home was silent. She followed me inside like a ghost. Her hands shook as she took off her coat. "Please, Ryan, I didn't mean for." "Don't," I said. "Just don't insult both of us with that." She started to cry, and for a moment, God help me, Part of me still wanted to hold her, to comfort her, to believe that somehow this was all a mistake. But then I remembered her messages, her lies, her laugh at the airport. Was it worth it? I asked quietly. Trading 10 years for a weekend. It wasn't like that, she sobbed. It just happened. I laughed. Bitter, broken sound. People don't just fall into hotel rooms together, Lara. That night, she begged me not to tell anyone. Said she'd end it. Said it meant nothing. But you can't unsee something like that. You can't unknow it. And the cruelest part. I realized she hadn't just betrayed me. She'd betrayed us. Every promise, every memory, every version of herself I'd believed in. The next day I called my lawyer. And that evening, I made my silent decision unforgettable. I took the photo from our wedding day, her smiling in white, holding my hand, and placed it in the center of the dining table. Around it, I set the untouched anniversary dinner from the night before. Then I lit a candle and placed the divorce papers beside her plate. When she came home, her eyes went wide. "Ryan, what is this?" "Our anniversary dinner," I said softly. "You said to move the date." "So I did." She started shaking. "Please don't do this." "I already did," I whispered. "Happy anniversary, Lara." She collapsed into tears, but I didn't stay to watch. I walked out, closed the door behind me, and felt the weight of 10 years fall off my shoulders. Heavy but freeing. Outside, the night air was cold, clean. For the first time in years, I breathed without the ache in my chest. 2 months later, the divorce was finalized. People said I was too calm about it, that I should have screamed, fought, demanded revenge. But anger fades. What stays is clarity. Sometimes silence is the loudest truth you can offer. Lara reached out once, long after, through a message. I think about that night a lot. The dinner. The candle. I'm sorry. I didn't reply. Because forgiveness isn't about giving someone peace. It's about taking your own back. Every year since then, when our old anniversary comes around, I still cook that same dinner. Garlic shrimp pasta, a glass of wine, a single candle. Not for her. For me. To remember that love, no matter how deep, cannot survive dishonesty. And that sometimes, the most unforgettable decisions are made in silence.